Okay, and we're live, ladies and folks. Just gonna double check the other part of this and make sure that that's all working pretty well. 0 views right off the bat. We're looking strong. Love it. Excellent connection. I'm gonna give a little bit of time for, if any of my friends want to show up, I'll let them show up now. Otherwise, they're SOL. To get started, select a stream. Is it the only one? Yes, that would be it. Chat rate, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I also want to do a couple sound checks and that sort of thing again. But, yeah. We are going to play Pathologic. This is a game that my friends have been telling me about for a little while now. Holy Moses, that's loud. This is a game that my friends have been telling me about for a little while now. I have been interested in it ever since I played Darkwood. I've been itching to play another game that
Allow me to remind you that an epidemic of unknown
I'm doing my
origins
intro.
has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
I really thought that me opening the game was just gonna launch me into a menu. But it's really, good lord. This is so weird. This is like the dev intro. They're doing a great job. What's with your hair, girl? Hey! I forgot what I was saying. That's probably okay, honestly. No, I remember. So yeah, no. Ever since I played Darkwood, I've been itching to play another game where I'm just this, impoverished Eastern European man making their way through this destitute little town that he's trapped in, clawing his way out, and I voiced these desires to my friends the other night, and they recommended that I play Pathologic, and they showed me a video on that H-Bomber guy did, and it looked interesting. I don't know if I'm going to play this whole thing. We'll see how I feel about it. But yeah, I picked it up, though, and I wanted to give it a try. And I'm already very intrigued. I didn't watch the whole H-Bomber guy video right around the same time that he was like, oh, any time past this point, it's going to be a bunch of spoilers. That's right around when I checked out and thought I'd give it a try myself. So, yeah. Gotta say, this music does kind of bump. We'll see if anybody will show up. It does kind of bump though, like it, the sound designer had a blast. I have heard like really good things actually about the sound design too. It's it seems like an experience. No one's gonna show up. Let's just jump in.
So it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
Well, the muscular contraction is there. Means we're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform Sectio Transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs.
With your
You will act
Latin.
justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
I'm assuming they're talking about me.
It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word. That's exactly
This feels very
what will happen.
high
But
school
I can avoid
play.
it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we
This
go
feels like a
then.
high school play.
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
I'm also just assuming that, yeah, all these three are talking about me. Am I the... Oh. Okay. That's really weird. Like, first impressions feels campy, but then also a bit meta in a way. Like, I don't know. Well, let's keep going. Bachelors with the Horospexus storyline. I'm going to go with... Yeah, I'm going to go with The Bachelor. It's because I've heard like that's like the person to go with when, you know, you... during your first run anyway. The history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of a doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases that have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among those. However, smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. Okay.
Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life work, his theory challenging the existing notions of human mortality, is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
Oh. My goodness. I really hope anybody... Oh, one person's watching now. Hello. Let me know if this is too loud, by the way. It feels like it is. God, that man looks like a shaved Andy Serkis. I have no idea what to expect with this game. It already seems very bizarre. Just the intro itself was weird. But I'm into it. Pathologic waifu. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if this undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. So, talk to Simon. Yes. Okay, that's the only thing I have going on. Day 1. By the end of which the bachelor finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Why do you say that? What do you mean by that? Why do you keep saying a truly unvanquishable? Like, is getting disease an inevitability? Or I got the impression that you don't necessarily, like, there is ways to, or there are ways to not. Hold on a second. I want to see a few things real quick. Is there... Okay. Oh. I also really want there to be... Oh, okay, here we go. So I have a scalpel. And is that my currency? Perhaps? Ruples? Maybe? Weapons. Okay. Clothes. Protective gloves. Drugs. Airborne painkiller. Rather than a sleeping drop. Restores a small amount of health. Good for restoring strength during sleep. Meridom has a strong sedative effect and induces sleep even during excruciating pain. The effect lasts for 5 hours. I was about to say, that sounds like morphine, maybe? I don't know. Reduces fatigue and increases health when sleeping. The effect lasts for 10 hours. Alpha tablets. An outdated immunity booster, only useful in very large doses that cause serious health damage. Sweet. Love that. And a tourniquet. Got some spring water. Hell yeah, baby. And some kerosene. Okay. That was... Why is... Okay. Alright, yeah, sure. Whatever. I can jump. That's always a good sign. Oh. Is there an exit? Or am I stupid? I bet you anything I'm stupid. Some high-class Eastern European paintings right here. Just a lone man. Where do I go? Am I supposed to sleep? Journal. Inventory. Settings. Controls. Let's turn down that music just a bit. And controls. Forward, back, straight, left, shift, right, yes. Plague Finder. Is that a thing? Attack, LMB, sneak. Sure. Inventory is I, reload. Yeah, sure. Diary's Q, okay. Gotcha. Sweet. However, even if this undying pathogen, Leviathan proves to be more than fairy tale, the mere confirmation of its existence will suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he makes mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground. So I'm supposed to, yeah, just find Simon Kane. I would love to exit this room, though, is where I'm at currently in my life. So we have all of this stuff. We have a microscope here that we could use later once we get some samples, I'm assuming. And a place to eat. Lovely for that. Yeah, love that. Some dishware. Daniel certainly he's got it good for Eastern Europe, I would say, in whatever time period this is. I think it's that's been a door the whole all right. Here we go. Oh, hey. It's you.
I've seen the angel of death by the window.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Cool stuff there. You?
I had a feeling you would come.
No comment. Sounds from the outside wake you up too. There was a terrible groan and then something snapped loudly. I fell asleep so quickly I didn't notice. It's like I fainted. So what sounds are you talking about? I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, for board and bed. I sincerely hope you have everything you need, because I'm very happy to have you here. Daniel, is it? Yes. Could you please tell me where your ruler Simon Kane lives? Ruler? What sort of a town is this? Are you willing to trade the company of a fascinated woman for that of a dreadful old man, even if he is a sorcerer? That's so sad, but Simon won't go anywhere. Sorry, girl, I got a job to do. He is. He has always been. He always will be. Even if the moon were to fall to the ground, please stay with me a little longer. I don't trust you. I couldn't even imagine the hospitality here. But who was waiting for me? I didn't notify old Burak of my arrival. I'm not even sure what made me offer this place. Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man. A celebrity from the capital. Bachelor Dankovsky, the founder of Thanatica, the man who challenges death. Of course, we've heard about you. This glory is undeserved yet, but I hope that getting to know your ruler will give me a chance to live up to the expectations. Death. So that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. My enemy is inevitability. I am challenging the forces of nature. I don't understand. Show me where Simon lives. It's not far. The Canes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square. Could I please offer you a piece of advice? Sure. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgie, is called the judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter, Maria, also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs. But that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. Okay. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your return. Do come back after you speak to the Canes. They will probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I'll have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. Okay. Cool. The hell is that? Looks like that worm man. This mansion is called the Stillwater, belongs to a single girl called Ava Yen. An accidental midnight encounter provided me with a lovely companion and temporary lodging. Gotcha. And I guess that's where I am. Hopefully that's what that means. What is this? What does that mean? I already have so many questions. Okay. The Crucible, the mansion of Victor Kane, Simon Kane's brother. Town Theater. His daughter, the mysterious Maria. More about me than I do. Simon Kane, the man of improper longevity, is waiting for me here. I hope he sympathizes with my request. I only need the living evidence of the impossible. Yeah, like, it's still, what the hell does that mean? Like, great, and all about it. Love a good mystery, but yeah, okay, let's get the hell out of here. Check you later, girly pop. Love that you're the one housing me. That's great. Kind of creepy, and such. She seems very... Okay, yeah, let's not read into that too much yet. I'm sensing symbolism. Yeah, let's get on out of here and head on out. Oh. Hey. There's this guy here. Also, who the hell are you two? I'm talking to you last. You look great. You look very strange. Hi. Venerable Bachelor, please do so kind as to linger for a minute. I'm not going to do that. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues. Okay. At least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know about how to play after all, don't you? Play? What are you talking about, Masked Man? I am neither a gambler nor an actor. Ah, but you are. You are, Daniel. That's where you're wrong. Of course you aren't, but you are a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike and so fragile. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or unnaturally sluggish, do have it checked up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I knew a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. Okay. It happens. I can testify to that as a doctor. Cut with the silliness, good sir. I can take care of myself. No, I think the first one. It happens. Yeah. Need I remind a wise man like you of the fact that hunger is sated with food? You don't need to be wise to know that, my guy. Food can be found in shops, and shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds and only in private residences around here. I am sorry, but that's just how our world is. Yes, the world is unjust. And quite silly, if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell different items, or similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk out in the street. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood? Yes, blood. It's not my place to lecture you, but if you, following your Hippocratic oath, you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Yeah, and when they're close to death. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Still, helping with hopeless... Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or a painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No. No, not yet. Well, bye then, Mask. See you, dog. That was, You're very meta. There's a lot of meta themes happening so far. Hey, man. Looks like I'm talking a lot. Halt. I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It's non-essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? I've been stumbling on the prompt box since I started this live stream, but talk that talk. Who are you? An actor in a tragic mime show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not? Sure. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You'll find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. As it always has been. Indeed. Still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound to stand out people. And don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? This world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror. Wouldn't you agree? And so, a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. For example, what need I describe? You've got vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got, how high the prices rise, how bad your dreams are, lots of things. A sorry prospect. So how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie. Don't be a dick, basically. Yeah, I got it. I see. Really good for you then. Blah, 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 blah. I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock into another's words, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. That concludes that, I guess. Shift is crouch. That's weird. Well, time to start. Time to start that hobo life. Oh, another scalpel. Nice. Oh, a razor. Okay. Fashionable trinket among the teenagers who like to show off to each other with an item of dubious standing in local morals. Weird. Let's go back to the map. Does it show where I'm at? No. Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, cool. I will say I think I have like a bit of a head start in terms of like what to do and what not to do around here. I'm saying that very loosely. I'm sure I'm gonna get absolutely kicked to shit here in like a day or so. What does that mean? Wait. Did I just pick up a couple coins? Alright. Okay, I don't have to drag and drop, thank God. Oh, hey, girly pop. What's going on? Who are you? Hi. Young lady, anything I can help you with? Why is it that? Okay. See ya. feel like maybe I shouldn't just... It kind of feels like I shouldn't just, like, go into people's houses like an Elder Scrolls game, where I can just, like, stroll on in and be like, hello! Do you have quests for me? Just gonna turn down that volume just a little bit more on the... Yeah. Weird. Is this the... Yeah. Crucible, the mansion of Maria Kaina, Victor Kane's daughter. Or Maria Kaina. Were you just over there? No, nothing? No? Gonna walk this way now. Oh, got it. Okay, there's just different... Alright, you know, I feel it. Anything I can do for you? The warehouse is a district as well, right? It is, but there's not much to tell about it. It consists of two parts. The first part is where everything that the town exports is stored: meat, sausage, ham, bone meal, and so on. The other one stores various hardware and also the manufactured goods that the regular train delivers. And how do I get there? That's in the knots. It's southeasternmost part, to be precise. To the east of the station, the meat warehouses are the ones closer to the station. The hardware ones are closer to the town. There's a railroad track running between them. That's very useful information. I don't know. I'm feeling like my early days of playing Morrowind coming out right now, of gathering information from random people and then just exploiting the shit out of it and like breaking into places and stealing a bunch of stuff and leaving. So I have a feeling that that's what I'm gonna try to do without actually obviously without like getting caught. That's kind of where my head's at right now, at least. Just because I know that like the first day for this game is actually like fairly simple and straightforward, and then after around the second to third day is when apparently a lot of people fall off of this game and you end up just in real life suffering too much to continue. So is time passing for me? It sure the hell is. Yeah. Okay, well, it's only 7 in the morning. We got time. Let's look at this big bell. It's a big ass bell. All right, moving on. Suppose I can't run. I hate that. So I'm assuming this is a church. What kind of church is this? Just the cathedral. It's just the cathedral. Not like the Church of Latter-day Saints, or, you know, I just wanted to see, you know, just... The idea of Mormons in a town like this is really funny to me. Okay. Alright, well, I was told to talk to... I should probably talk to other people before other members of the Kane family before I talk to Simon Kane. According to the lovely damsel who I am living with currently. Yeah, at the moment though, it just feels very Morrowind. Like, this game is just very, for like, you know, some pretty obvious reasons, I'd say, but still, it's just, it's unleashing my inner 9-year-old skeeving little shit in me. Hi, who are you? You look like Simon Kane. You're not Simon Kane. Who are you?
I feel as though my blood is getting thicker. An omen, is it not?
Sure. The famous Dr. Dankovsky, your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. I foresee that the things that have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community has fallen out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. Oh, don't worry about that.
Perhaps old Gimsky is setting a trap for this newly arrived Haruspects.
Perhaps indeed, yes. What? Georgie is waiting for you, my friend. He has news for you that you'll find surprising. I only ask one thing. Don't be too quick to reject his request. What does he want from me? He will explain better himself. We put too many hopes in your arrival. The echo of these hopes has led him to offer you a rather intricate conundrum to solve. What is it? It's not exactly in your line of work, and yet if we are to believe a certain source which we deem quite trustworthy, it appears that you are the only person that can help our family. The reward will be fitting, of course. Alright, I'll speak to him. Sure. Can I go into any door? Can I actually, like, lockpick doors or anything like that? Some really weird art going on. It's a very unique art style, I will say. Like, it just everything is just very, like, it's just, I don't know. It's very pretty. It's very whatever this is.
If we conquer our passions, it is more from their weakness than from our strength.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, great. Is there anything I can steal in here? Is there a sneak? There's a button to crouch / sneak, I guess. Alright. I also really need to figure out the subscribers only mode crap that's going on with the stream or with the chat. Let's pop in doors just cause. One, I don't really want that up anymore. I don't need a depressing reminder of like the fact that only one person has looked at my channel this entire time, and it was never. Okay. Either way, yeah. Let's move this maybe over here. At some point, I do want to figure out why it's only being yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'll have to fix that too. I don't want that watermark there anymore either. It's just weird. It's weird stuff. Especially since ever since I played Darkwood Pathologic and they showed me a video on that H-Bomber guy did. Alright. Sorry. Anyway. You just closed the dark blue window. I know. It's fine. Anyhoozle. There's lots of like sultry women depictions, and if it's not that, it's this shit. There was another one of just like a man just staring into the void. The silhouette of a man with a briefcase. It was very Soviet Russia. Man, my goodness, how promiscuous. Also, that person is dead. That's a problem. There's probably some symbolism. Also, the broken mirrors. I haven't seen a single mirror that hasn't been broken so far, which is interesting. Is there anything around here that I could take or use or... Ah, here we go. Hey there, you. What's with all the broken mirrors?
What?
That's what I was asking you, lady. Hi.
Did you see anything weird on your way here?
You resemble an adventurer rather than a doctor. Who are you? I am Maria, daughter of Victor Kane. My father rules this town. My mother has built it. Nice to meet you. I saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. Oh. What else did you see in that dream? I'll tell you when I think I can trust you. I hope that happens soon.
The Saburovs' wait is over. They've always wanted an heir.
Don't know what that means, but cool. I have a lot to tell you, Bachelor Dankovsky, but I dare not until you meet my Uncle Georgie. Otherwise, he'll rip my tongue out for disclosing a secret. Some strict morals your family has. They make much more sense than you may think. This is not a game, is it? Again with the meta. For all that is holy, do speak to my uncle, and then come back to me. Otherwise, the excruciating anticipation will tear my heart to pieces. All right, we cannot put your heart at stake, now can we? Do you have any loose coins? Do you like jazz? I'm gonna go. She didn't tell me shit about Simon. Hold on a minute there, you. Hey.
What?
I'm looking for Simon. I know, but you will have to speak to Georgie instead. They're twins, so you won't be too disappointed. Okay. Fine, where can I find him? Close at hand, just next door. Go to the west, go to the wing that's closer to the river. Its roof is shaped like a crown. Okay, I'll be back soon. Is that the gong for 9 o'clock? Yeah, okay. And let's see. Closer to the river, yeah, so that's not that way. H. Bomberman wasn't kidding about the music though. It's funky. Heyo. So you've got a picture of your daughter above your desk there. That's it's wholesome. It's good. Won't read into that.
The town will meet its death at the hand of Simon's murderer. That much is certain.
Oh. Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You now delve into the minutiae of your business since our family is well acquainted with your scholarly work. We are also aware of the difficulties you were experiencing and well prepared to do our utmost to support you. It hurts me all the more to be the one to inform you that Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. Okay. I can't believe it. It cannot be. Damn it. Why did it have to happen just before I arrived, right as I found the chance to prevail? Who did it? It simply cannot be. My brother was murdered last night under the strangest of circumstances, but for all of the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather eschew the notion that his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. The visitor is a man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of our family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who was the visitor? Has it occurred to you that your brother could have died of natural death? Man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of our family. Weird. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who is the visitor? Has it occurred to you that... Yeah, sure. Someone you know quite well. The man who my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidore Burach. I'm going to get flayed by my friend of mine for mispronouncing a lot of Russian names. Was he not the very person to advise you to come here as well? I would have told you that I had been brought here by the hand of fate not so long ago, a naive man that I was. Quit with the pretension, my god. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. Categories like time, nature, and fate deprive a man of responsibility for what goes on around him. I was taught to avoid this worldview. My character is very... I'm no fatalist. Fine. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Why do you speak the word fate with such disgust? No, I'm going to say really, because, screw fate. Even though we were uncertain of when you would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions he took in preparation for your arrival. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position has here depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? Okay. To grant you victory over death, was it not your ultimate aspiration? To help you, Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. Where is that? It is of no importance to me what exactly he did. He took another leap for the stars and paid a terrible price for it. I repeat, he was murdered. The subject of importance here is the identity of the murderer. But what about this evidence? Okay, whatever. Everything has gone to crack and ruin. I wish I could take vengeance upon the person who ripped the life from this man. Have you met this guy? Do you want to help us, Doctor? Find the murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Next door would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us, and the reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems that there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can just as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dankovsky. Okay, dude. I will help you in any way I can. I need some of the time to get my act together. I suspect you are not aware that these developments render my whole life work null and void. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Yeah, sure. I'll say the more pretentious sounding option. I'm convinced that if there is anything that at all that I can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isadora was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. How do you plan to look for the murderer? And that would have been strange, to say the least. Yeah, sure. Right. Yeah, totally. Why are people of importance marked with blood red hands, though? That's another question that I have. But thank you. Thank you for the info. Sorry about your bro. Have a nice day. Hey there, you. Okay, there she goes. I'm gonna be right back. Gonna go grab a drink. I think in the future it might also be a pretty good idea to pause it, since this game does operate in real time. That is just beyond creepy. Okay, you two. Yeah, you two. Hi. Hi. Woman. What's with the doll, too? Like, I have a lot of questions. My heart is crying for my poor children. How are my dearest doing? Is everything all right? Oh, a woman's share is hard. Will you kindly mend my clothes, my dear? Shut up. Do my laundry. It's so bad. That's horrible. Man's share is harder. I'm not going to say that option. You've got a curious town here. I never expected to see something like this in such a remote place. I'll say that option. That's less problematic. Everyone's tired of the endless construction work. We want some quiet. Is there a lot of construction going on? Not a lot, but I cannot shrug away the feeling that the world is changing all too quickly. The rulers invite architects from the capital, and they turn everything upside down. It's fun for the children, but a torment to us. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, let's see ya. Okay, so we're gonna have to talk to Victor again. Victor! Hello? Hi, there you are. Don't mean to disturb you and all of your very important paperwork.
It's like something is pulling my strings.
There's like a very thick theme of like a very present theme of like of actors and actresses of agents and fate and destiny and all of that going on right now. And it's like, it's not as if like the game's like trying to hide it either, really. Like if I can pick up on that, I feel like that means that the game isn't really trying to hide that, which leaves me a little skeptical. I don't know. I'll leave those thoughts for in a bit. I'm only gonna play for a bit longer, but especially considering that I did not choose a very good time to stream, it seems. That's fine though. Georgie has told me everything, which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. So you've agreed to help us. I have. May I ask why? I mean... Share tragedy, I want to exact revenge. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, and like this is more of like a more steadfast, like he's very sure of himself sort of an answer. Like Daniel doesn't know that for sure. Like we're here to study a man who had a bunch of work that seemed to align with like what I wanted to do and like my own scholarly pursuits. So I don't know. I don't know. The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who've been waging war against my work for years. We could go with that. I don't know. We share a tragedy. I want to exact vengeance on the one that robbed me. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. I'm prepared to answer any questions you may have. Well, when was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home, then an hour later he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the focus and receive no one. Withdraw to the... what the hell is the focus? He told us not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then in the morning, he was found dead. God, your face is terrifying. How was he found? Could he have been poisoned? Why no meat or water? Our explanation is that he wanted to be mourned beforehand, as is the custom of the local people. This is very like him. So he knew in advance that he would die. I think, between me and you, that this is precisely what my brother Georgie fears. I can't say nothing more about that. House body discovered. Servant found discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. His disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted. His spine was broken, I think. No one has touched the body. It is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. Yikes. Okay. What's this focus place? It's a study, if you will, an extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory, almost perfectly sealed off, except for the door that was visible at all times. Metaphorically speaking. I don't understand. It's like an equation, or a mirror puzzle. Anyway, the murderer could not have been hiding there, take my word for it. Well, Simon didn't get in there somehow. You could perform far more impressive feats. What does that mean? There's a reason why the whole town revered him. Did Simon exist at all? Bravo, Doctor! There is indeed a spark of genius to you. Alas, yes, you did. It's not that I benefit from his death. Alas, for that would be too simple an explanation. Simon well and truly did exist. That is exactly what's left everyone in disarray. It was so hard for them to accept his existence that the thought of his demise is now driving them mad. Weird. Okay. So what do you want from me then? Just take a look around. Trust your intuition. Do whatever you like. Speak to whoever you feel that you need to. Look for the murderer, Doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking until the last breath. I am sure your rational thinking will help you. So Isidore is the only lead. How can I find him? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. I fear it could only be fate, wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. I'll be careful. This is where Isidore Brock lives, the man who that had brought me to this remote place. He is the last person that saw Simon Kane alive. Okay. Weird. Also, what in the hell is this? The termitary and the abattoir. The railway station. Factory building. Oh, the factory building is the places I was going to ransack. I'm still going to do that. I'm still definitely going to do that. Well, cool. Okay. Well, thanks a bunch here, Victor. As you were. Don't die. You got a lovely, spacious venue here, sir. It's great. I don't like that all of you stop to turn and stare at me when I exit a building. It's concerning to me. I think I'm just going to go on the hobo hunt for a minute here, and then we'll call it good for the day. The atmosphere of this game is, like, truly very interesting, though, I will say. I love the music. Just everything is just very unique. Like, everything is just very, just purposeful and just very well done, honestly. Like, it's got its quirks. It's obviously, like, it's not the best looking, like, in ways it's not the best looking game to, like, modern standards, obviously, but, like, I think there's a lot of charm into, like, this sort of, like, game design and, like, art style. So I don't know. I'm really liking it so far. Like, this is really interesting. I think I'm going generally the right way. Yeah. Where am I? BT dubs, I'm getting glasses. Completely unrelated. I'm getting glasses on... I might not be getting glasses on Friday, but I'm going to be getting tested to see how fucked up my eyes are. Kind of go from there. Oh, there I am. Yeah, I'm going the opposite way I'm supposed to be going. Also, the music... okay, hey there now, game. I guess it should be fine, right? I'm gonna save. Sweet. That is a good question, though. I mean, like, can I just walk out of bounds, or... What's that? It's a hut. Hello? Hello? Knock knock, or I guess not knock knock, but pat pat. Do I just walk in, or How did that used to, did you, I guess you just like called for them before, like, you know, doors were a thing. You'd just be like, hey, get the hell out of your tent. We gotta talk. Or you just like slap the front of the tent really loud, like really hard. Perhaps a bell. Well, whatever that is, that tent back there, that's clearly not something that I'm meant to go into right now or ever. Okay, so. I do want to try this. Like, oh. Okay, yeah. So I can't just go into every house ever. Like, there are certain houses I can go into, there are certain houses I cannot. I'm pretty sure I've checked these already. What's with your weird little loincloth there, my guy? It's cute. Not my personal fashion choice, but, you know, to each his own. Okay, and then this is where I'm staying. Good. Like, I'm wondering, like, are there the color coordination of like the buildings on the map? Like, does that mean that I can go into? No, that does not mean that. Oh, it does mean that. I just couldn't go that way. Got it. Okay, clipped on that. Clipped on that real good. Hey there. So, you mute merchant. Hello. A hook. Price 54. Oh, that's nice. Rather than a sleeping drop, restores a small amount of health. Good for restoring sleep during sleep during sleep. Good for restoring strength during sleep. A Meridorm has a strong sedative effect and induces sleep even during excruciating pain. The effect lasts 5 hours. Cool. I'm gonna. I feel like the description for the razor, a fashionable trinket among the teenagers who like to show off, blah blah blah. That sounds very much like a bartering item to me. So I kind of want to. I want to keep at least one. Keep every bottle, definitely. And let's see. I guess that's it. Like, an ordinary fishing hook can be significant value to children, and not only because it's sharp. Why? A hook is a somewhat grim element of local children's superstitions connected with burial rituals. Weird. It's a fishing hook, but the way that it's illustrated makes it look as though it's used to sew, perhaps, that doll that we saw in the intro sequence. What do you think? Yes, my thoughts exactly. Good day to you, sir. Gonna verify that transaction, I suppose. That's what the V means. Have a nice day. Alright. What a strange person. Oh, I didn't expect it to actually be able to come in here. Yeah, okay, we're right there. Right? Okay. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. So let's save again, because overwrite that. How's our juices doing? I wish I could. Surely there's a button to figure that out. Oh, hey, now you put those away right now. That's not what we need. Music time limit reach. Okay, we're just pressing buttons right now until something happens. T for whatever that is. Q, yeah. Today's quest, other tasks. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's been updated. What in the... Oh, right. Yeah, the thing. The plague detector gizmo. Cool. I don't know why it took me this long to play around with all the controls, but just... Okay, so... Ultimately, though, I would really like to... What's this? Message my dear. Okay. Faithful colleague Isidore Barak, I spoke to Simon on your behalf, and he has kindly agreed to facilitate your effort. Daring ideas and far-fetched projects are traditionally very well respected in our neck of the woods. Most disconcerting to learn that the powers that have the intention of shutting down the laboratory of life owe its fame largely to your own research in the field of thanatology. Is it true that your detractors have branded your studies scientifically stillborn? Ouch. Rejoice, Bachelor, for there is an observable case that would quell the obscurants that reject the research of death, aging, and necrosis as a subject that lacks academic viability. This case, were you to document it, would go a long way towards restoring your reputation as a scholar. The subject in question is Simon Kane, who has ruled the town where I live for as long as I can remember. The man's longevity transcends the boundaries of what is plausible. It is phenomenal, no less, and I struggle to give an explanation of it with what scientific means I have at my disposal. Make no delay, there is a sensational discovery to be made here. A breakthrough that will not only save your laboratory, but also revivify your studies and greatly increase your scientific renown. Of great import! Yes, yes indeed. Your humble servant and faithful colleague, Isidore Barak. Cool. Well, that gives me a little more context as to what's going on. That might have been a thing that... Oh, hey. Hey, Cody. Yeah, that gives me a little more context. I don't know if that was already, like, mentioned in the beginning of the video, in, like, the opening sequence, but I didn't pay attention to it. So, yeah, no, we're here now. Now, about this empty house that I'm about to go into, I did save earlier. I don't think I need to save again, so we're going to explore this place, pull some hobo shit, and see what's what, I guess. I will say I don't Oh, there's the music. Okay, good. I've been trying to call your ass, by the way. Ooh, money. Love me some money. Why do I feel like I'm about to like turn a corner and there's just gonna be a dude standing there being like, "Hail and good met, sir." Like, my guy, are you good? Because right now it just seems like this is a lot of empty. The music is still bumping, though, so that's cool. Some more money. Ruples, excuse me. Okay, this seems... Upstairs seems a little more lived in, slightly. Still pretty bare bones, but, you know, this is Eastern Europe, from what I understand. Or it's based off of that. So, can't expect... And in, like, Soviet Eastern Europe, so, like... Not a lot of furnishing. I mean, lots of furnishings, not a lot of decoration, not a lot of, life. More money. Very good, very good. Ooh. A rusty syringe. Fantastic. Yes. We love that. Old-fashioned syringes for injections. It looks to be in need of sterilization. You don't fucking say. Okay, well... I am kind of glad that we're doing a lot of the legwork as far as, like, raiding people's houses during the first day, because the first day is apparently supposed to be, like, the easiest out of the days. Apparently a lot of the people that play this game tend to fall off on day 2 or day 3. But I will not be so weak. I might be. I don't actually know for sure. I'm loving this game so far, though. But yeah, all right. That's all that was in there. Let's press on, good chap. So I'm thinking that it's just the doors that actually like look a little more ornate are the ones that I can actually go into. They're unlocked. Dear, oh dear, is it midday already? Okay, let's mosey on over to the next area. Okay, we're gonna have to go around. It's the back of the manor from earlier. This is another house we can go into. I'm really keen on like making sure that we're at least like somewhat prepped before shit really hits the fan. Son of a bitch, I can't go in that way. Please, give me things. I need food. I need bread. Anything. We have a tailor, I think. You're the same person. Hey. You're a weird one. I guess I'll buy some. I'm just gonna buy out all of your kerosene. How's them apples? Cool. Have a nice day. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go now. Did we go in this house already? I think we did. Oh, hold on. Okay, what if? Nope. Have we looted these garbage bins? We have not. Oh, wow. Jackpot. Alright, sweet. And can't go there. Oh, got it. Nice. Sweet. That's very good news. Drugs, rations. We got water. Don't have food, but we got water. Okay. So there's definitely... My impression so far is that, for one, there is a particular kind of magic about this world. What happens if I stand on this weird pedestal? Nothing. Okay. And that's a bit odd. Especially when you consider, like, there's a worm person. I didn't actually talk to him, but I saw H-Bomber Guy's video, a little bit of it, before I stopped watching it, because I didn't want, like, a whole lot of spoilers. And yeah, there's a worm person. Don't know what that means, but it seems as though there are different kinds of creatures, and also Victor Kane also mentioned, like, was that the wind? Okay. Sheesh. Also mentioned that, like, he was hoping that Simon's murderer, he's actually almost, like, kind of wishing that it wasn't human. And for whatever reason, I feel like he wasn't talking about some sort of an animal, but rather like some sort of a creature. In fact, I think he mentioned that there was some sort of monster. Which, like, doesn't necessarily mean that there are monsters, but, you know, it's a video game. I feel like, you know, this game is going to try to, like, make you think that there are only humans until way later on. Which I really enjoy. I enjoy that, like, they're not necessarily, like, readily apparent, and, like, the only semblance of, like, or hint of anything like that is just through, like, that single NPC that I've seen earlier, and then also, like, the mentions of some kind of monster potentially existing. Oh, look at this cool guy. Oh, you actually, you got the face to match, too. Hey, man. I don't like how you look. Caruser. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that has to be withstood. Oh, friend, if only I could wet my whistle, I'd gladly give you anything on earth in exchange for a gulp of chilly spring water. Something, yeah. A drugged up necromancer that is in need of some fresh, frothy spring water. Why don't you drink from the river then? That's such a dick thing to say. How about we barter? I'll give you some water and I'll have bandages. You don't have anything. My guy. You know what? I'll give you water. Just because I like you. I don't, actually. I think you're a very concerning looking person. I just gave you that stuff. Yes. There. You have it, and I see it right there. Don't pretend like you're one of those guys, aren't you? I give you a thing, and you're like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I just gave it to you. I'm actually not giving you anything else, because I have a feeling I'm going to regret it later if I do that. What is this? Oh, I can't give anything else. Okay, well, on your way, man. You know what? Actually, fuck this. Why don't you drink from the river then? Only loyal, lowly animals, dirty of image, drink from the river. Us proud men deserve to drink spring water. 'Tis brought here in barrels, but they're often empty. I'd get it from there, but I'm out of bottles. I drink straight from the fountain, but I'm gonna faint. The air here is too spicy. Spicy air. I'm barely walking as it is. Why are you smiling, though? So the local herbs are in bloom this time of year. So you've got an abattoir in the town. What is it? It is with great trepidation that I set about to answer your question, Professor. The abattoir has been here since nothing else was, and mark my word, here it will remain when nothing else does, for 'tis all vanity of vanities, and all is vanity. Do switch your silver tongue for a tongue more common, kind sir. Hundreds of bulls are being slaughtered there. What else is there to know? It is our humble town that provides the whole northeastern region with beef, or even the whole country, mayhap. How many poor bull souls does it take to stuff the belly of a country that has millions upon millions of citizens, eh? Your humble river obviously also supplies the whole country with water. A lot. Ah, God, I thought he was about to fucking swing at me. Jesus. Okay, sounds good, man. It's good to see you, or good to hear from you. What the heck is going on here? I think I should probably call it. So, we are in the second part of town. We are slowly making our way over to where Isidore Barak lives. But I'm really in no hurry necessarily. I mean, I do have to be back, I'm assuming, before nightfall or something like that. Or else the savages will get me with their wood planks with nails. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, though. Looks like somebody just popped back in. I hope not. When I was stretching and made a noise, that would have been weird. But yeah, no, this is such a cool game. I will definitely be returning to this, hopefully tomorrow. And I'm loving the idea of just making content and not having to edit it all of the time. It sounds lovely. Yeah, no, for now, it looks like we just need to talk to Isidore and just follow the lead there. Although, I will say that, I know for a fact that, there are other side missions and side quests, and I may have just found one in the shelter, Lara Ravel's house. I may have, I'm not in, any rush. I want to approach this game a lot like how I approached I approached Darkwood. Like, I think I beat the game in like in game. I think it took me like 50 days because I just wanted to explore every nook and cranny and like just like know everything that there was about like that world. And I imagine I'll be doing something of the same here. You know, I'm not going to get around to everything. You know, there are definitely going to be choices, it seems, that I'm not going to or like areas that I won't necessarily be able to explore due to the choices that I'll be making. But yeah, no, this game is I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to playing this more. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.